Hey Brian, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am doing okay today.
Alright, that's good stuff. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about your pre-writing process.
Okay.
Like, what you think you want to do with the story before you actually get it down on paper. So, could you tell me, like, is there any general area your ideas seem to come from? Is that like your experiences or just thoughts you have?
For the most part, I've been told that you should, you either need to write about what you know or research something pretty heavily. So there's been some things that I've written, and it's like, I don't really know that from real experience, and they kind of bombed and flatlined on me. So I've been trying to, focus more on things that I can actually relate to. Some more real items.
Alright. So do you have any ideas you're kicking around in your head right now?
There's a few things that I already started writing. There's one that I haven't touched yet, but I just know I want to do.
What's that?
And that comes from more real experience I had. I've been having mouth surgery a couple times last couple months, and I've just been intrigued at what this oral surgeon dentist guy is thinking while he's just in my mouth. It's really strange when you're hooked up there with the gas and you don't feel anything, and then you just see this guy come in with a drill or a pair of scissors, and it's kind of haunting and frightening if you are freaked out by mouth surgery.
Metal in your mouth. That's not cool.
Someone cutting your gums. Gross. But I'm just interested what this guy is really thinking, because I could be going through horrible pain right now if it wasn't for that gasoline. It's kind of torturous, I guess.
Alright.
Just the idea of a surgeon. It could be any surgeon, but I've been doing the stuff with the dentist, so I can more relate. So.
Okay. And this would be a story from the dentist's perspective, then? Yeah,
I want to do it from the dentist's perspective. So I'm going to make all that stuff up, what's happening in his life.
Okay.
I did, next time I go see him, which is later on in about a week, I'm just going to ask him if I can ask him for a couple minutes about just the names of his tools, what they do, so I have the actual facts.
Oh, so you have that basic knowledge.
Instead, because otherwise all I know is that there's the curvy hook thing that he scrapes your teeth with.
I understand.
I don't know the name of it, so if I write in the story of that curvy hook thing, it's I don't know, kind of
suspension to disbelief is shattered there.
Yeah, so I need to make it more believable, and I know what I'm talking about. I know what tools he's using then and when, where, what.
Makes sense to me. So this sounds like another really character-driven story. Do you have an idea what you want to do with this character?
Kind of, but I haven't fleshed that out so much yet. I was going to make him more or less at least angry, and he is in some way taking his anger out with his personal issues, personal life, out on this poor patient. I'll probably make the patient somewhat younger than me, so it's a little more dramatic.
Get that vulnerable sense with a child.
Yeah, if he's drilling away in a 14-year-old's mouth and is just thinking about I don't know, his low-life daughter or something.
Yeah, he's letting his personal life bleed into this.
Surgery. He's just kind of just thinking about the terrible things while there's an innocent child sitting there that he's going to town on. So
all right,
that's the general idea. I don't know where it'll go exactly, but I think I need to get the research portion done first.
All right, and is that something you've done in the past? Talk to people about their jobs to get a sense of what you're going to write about?
Yeah, a little bit. There's been...
Very cool.
I won't maybe not specifically talk. There was another story I did that I still got to edit it some more, but that was about the bank robbery, and I just recently got a job at a bank. So when they're going through all that training with you, they tell a lot of stories and show pictures of people who have robbed banks. So the one that interested me then was this guy that robbed a bank. They show his picture, but on those little slips of paper, which are all tickets and everything, he filled 3 of them that basically just said I'm sorry, this is for my family, I can't afford. He just wrote a whole lot of stuff and gave a bleeding heart show to someone
Okay.
that didn't really need all that information, and I don't know, that just seemed like really vulnerable, and I'm like, I'd like to write a story about
All right.
that kind of experience.
Yeah. So I like that idea of it's that really personal, character-driven fiction because you have to write from experience almost. Yeah. And a lot of fiction authors will try and like jump into the fantasy realm or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really something I've encountered a lot. Is this just these short stories about people's lives? You have interesting perspectives. I like it. Thank you.
Yeah.
But,
and if I could find that guy who's in prison somewhere for like the next 25 years, I would interview him if I could. But I don't think that's really a viable option.
Sure. So, are you comfortable writing within this genre, or did you want to branch out and do other sorts of types of writing you haven't experienced?
I guess the one the most recent one where I've tried to do something else of was I tried to write from the perspective of a prostitute from Texas.
Same thing.
And I mean, I kind of liked my idea of it, but the thing was, I've never been to Texas, don't really know too many people from Texas, and not being there, and I've never really encountered a prostitute. So that kind of makes it hard to write something real, because then I'm just going off of other things I've read, the movies, TV, things you're exposed to, things that are probably a little more fabricated than the real life. So I know I got kind of chewed out in a peer review group for that one.
Because and your lack of knowledge about that subject matter was kind of reflected in your head then.
Yeah, and their suggestions for gaining that knowledge